You talking to me?
They're all right.
Welcome, one and all, to the I Know What I Got cast, or whatever the first letters of all those words are combined into an abbreviation, if you're one of those people. I'm Ben. This is my brother from the same mother, David. Say hello, David.
Hello,
Hello.
And here we have our hostess with the mostest, Andrew, and our
don't let
producer,
anybody tell you
Chuck.
otherwise. Ooh.
Thanks for being here, fellas. And I meant to say, and our producer extraordinaire, Chuck. So, say hi, Chuck.
Hi, Chuck.
No, we're supposed
Hi,
to say
Chuck.
hi, Chuck.
Oh, I ruined the bit.
Today, we talk about how Dodge curbed the ADM on its new Demon 170, and how instead of the squeaky wheel getting the grease, the squeaky seat gets a recall.
I think you need a tickle, bro.
I don't think I need a tickle. I think I just don't have this as memorized
think you might
as
need
I
a
did
tickle.
the day that I wrote it.
Yeah.
So now I actually have to read it, and
Do
so
we
it's
need-
coming
do we
out
need-
differently.
Do you need to like scan?
If
real
you
quick?
tickle me, elbows will be thrown, holes will be in walls.
well, that's
Nobody
why.
will like
That's why
it.
Chuck tickles you.
No, nobody tickles me. Yeah, don't tickle me. I got a bad back. I'm very
Tickle
tired. Okay. So, Dodge's new Demon 170 looks like the old Demon, not 170, and is supposed to be, according to the Motor Trend article, the final last call performance vehicle from Dodge as they move to electrified
Now,
performance.
for
I'm going to
the
say that again. The
third
final
time.
last call.
Yeah.
That's like
That is
when
what they said.
split up the Harry Potter finale into two different movies. Okay?
Or the Fast and the Furious, the
Finale
end
into the
of
three
the
different
or the
movies,
beginning of the
trilogy.
end.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. It's literally
Or-
so they're turning,
that's when they brought the Rock in, right?
I guess. But also now it has Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's got him now.
So like
Certainly. What I
I
wonder what
don't
the end's
know.
gonna be like. You're gonna have like literal dead actors in the film.
no, it's
AI
gonna be
generated.
like Aqua. It's just gonna end up in Aquaman land.
Yeah.
And
Amber Heard won't be invited.
Vin
By the
Diesel's
way-
going to be strapped to a sunken Dodge at the bottom of the ocean.
Fighting to get his
He's going to be
Power
Jason
family.
Momoa's consigliere underwater. He's going to just breathe life into him every day.
He's actually going to use
You're
Vin
alive.
Diesel as his second pair of lungs.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go up and breach and go. Vin Diesel go, and then Vin Diesel goes, and then they go under, and then he'll like, make a bubble, like talk into a bubble, and then he'll go up to Vin Diesel, and then be like, Vin Diesel, give me your air, and then Vin Diesel
No.
will be like, right on, and yes, this is yes, not no, and then Jason Momoa will Vin Diesel on his back turn around missionary, and he will make out with Vin Diesel for his air because he is his spare pair of lungs.
Something tells me that's not how this movie's going to go. But
Vin
Something
Diesel
was telling me
gonna
that was a
grow-
dream one time.
Vin Diesel was gonna evolve a blowhole, and then join a family of beluga whales.
He's already got 3 of them. How many more do you need?
One in the top of his bald ass head.
They're all a blowhole if you spit on it.
I guess it defines.
yikes! All right, Benny, get on with the fucking news.
Hey, yo, okay.
All right, I'm sorry.
So
So
the
that's what the
Dodge-
next Fast and Furious movie will be on the Ben's episode. I
The
will shut up.
Demon 170. MSRP $100,361. Great American greenbacks or dollars, like I said before. As to be expected, dealers are trying to mark these things up astronomical numbers above MSRP, which, like I said, is 100,361 great American greenbacks. Like I said before, and
They do the same. They do the same thing for the Alpinas.
So-
I bet
they what?
the Alpinas.
They do it for everything.
BMWs,
It's just
They'll
yeah.
They'll get, we got
So-
it. We got it. The golden ticket.
Yeah, we're $200,000 because we need money. And so dealers do that. They mark them up a lot. But Dodge, with the people, for the people, by the Dodge brothers is trying to keep prices reasonable and not have their end users be gouged in the eyes and the pocketbooks. So, to get a new Demon 170, you must have a notarized document from the dealer. This is all according to Motor Trend, from the dealer and you that chose the price that you're paying for the car. And it has to be sent in before your Demon 170 order will be fulfilled. If that document gets the Dodge with a number that is more than the MSRP, your build gets pushed to the bottom of their build list. So, if you pay MSRP or less, alhamdulillah, which won't happen, but if you pay MSRP or less, you have priority scheduling for your build to get built. So it's better for the dealers because they'll make you happy. It's better for you because you don't have to wait as long, and everyone doesn't have to pay extra. So sucks for the dealers, better for you.
So let's get this clear.
I think, Benny, it's inshallah, not...
Because this...
You're right. You're right. It is.
I know what you meant to say, but I still just let you roll.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to
your
clarify.
Brother read the
Inshallah.
Torah. How come you never got to read the Torah?
That's from the
That's
Quran.
not the Torah. That's the Quran. Yeah.
That was definitely
We
good.
switched it
Oh,
up,
shit.
guys. We never...
Honk it out.
Infidel.
I don't know if that makes me more or less cultured. So, to get this clear,
It puts me on a watch list.
and this...
It's not the audiobook you've been listening to for a while now. It's that comment.
Yeah. Yeah,
So maybe this is the beginning of the end for Dodge, because for the manufacturer to actually say, we don't want you to make any money, even if it makes us money. They regulated the sticker price. And because you can't legally regulate the sticker price as a manufacturer, all they could do was hold up the production of the car you bought because you wanted to pay over sticker price for it.
Yeah. So, according to the spokesperson at Dodge, 63% of orders came back at MSRP. So it is helping. It's not
Yeah,
great,
it's good.
but some of
That's
them might have
pretty
been
good,
under
actually.
MSRP. So rad, but I kind of doubt it. Some people
No
might have just
chance.
got pay me $105,000. So that helps. Now, Honda's new Civic Type R, which they just started selling in the last month or two. It actually went on sale just before Halloween because I wrote that down but wasn't looking down when I said that. So it went on sale just before Halloween last year, 2022. The ones with the red front seats and the black back seats because race car.
Yeah.
And, as it turns out, owners of these new Type Rs are hearing some funky squeaks and creaks coming from their driver's seats. So, Honda went to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, a.k.a. the NHTSA.
Might have heard of them.
Yeah, the TSA, but for cars and roads. So...
It's
they
the cops
said,
that don't have cars.
"Hey man, this weird noise. This is weird. What's happening in our seats?" And the NHTSA, the car TSA, said, "Yeah, it is. You have to stop selling these right now and recall the ones you've sold now." So, turns out the seats in the Type R are specific only to the Type R. So your regular LX and SI owners, take a breath. That doesn't affect you pores. So it's just a little more serious than some noises, apparently, according to our friends over at Motor Trend. Shout out Motor Trend. The sound comes from a bit of a more serious issue. It has to do with the construction of the seat's frame, specifically the part that connects the bucket of the seat to the floorboard of the car. The welds here were nay, and
Sashayed away.
Yes.
which can cause the base of the seat to detach from the floorboard in the event of an accident. Insert your ejecto cedo, cuz memes here.
That is some 70s shit.
Yeah.
That is some serious
Yeah.
70s
Yeah.
shit.
When even though you're wearing a seatbelt, you still go sailing through the windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, you know what cars probably did that a lot in the late 70s, early 80s? original Honda Civics.
I hate to tell
More
you,
than likely.
but
Hitting one of those 82 Mack truck, just going, oh.
Taking the sardine
You remember
can to a brick
Pulp
wall.
Fiction, the car that Bruce Willis is driving and
Yeah.
wrecks?
Yeah.
That car.
Yep.
well, he didn't hit anybody. He almost did.
No, I thought
He should
he got
have.
T-boned by somebody, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, what's Pulp Fiction?
It's a movie by a guy named Quentin, who's done some other movies.
That's a nerd name. I can't say that word. That's a guy with glasses name.
What's on your face right now?
Maybe. There's
I
three
have
of
a
us
little bit of
here.
lotion.
There's three of us on this podcast wearing glasses. And I'm 95% sure that Quentin Tarantino does not.
Correct.
So.
And then there's me.
Good try. And then David with his perfect vision and his gigantic nose.
You gotta choose your battles, Benny boy.
No,
where-
that's not a battle you can choose, Davey.
Whatever, it's been chosen for me.
It's where he keeps his doubloons.
David sneezes, gold coins come out.
Achoo.
It's a bummer no one was there with me when I had COVID. I was just gathering up all my own gold.
Those stimmies.
All right.
All right. So today.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
What?
Okay, so
we need a jingle,
there-
I think.
There is.
But
that is
no,
good.
we're
We
12
do
minutes.
that.
Fine.
There is another car that is actually far more recent that has this pretty much same recall, and I think it's a Ford.
The seats?
Yeah,
Really?
the weld on the seats will just.
You think they get their seats from the same people?
Yeah, they all know a guy in wrong side of town.
But like it's probably like that the last episode we were talking about where it's like one guy just like came in hung over and just like welded crooked and was like, nah, it's fine. Sent it through. Some guy was being a real hot boy and just like put his shit right into a tree. And he's like, whoa, the seat went with him.
On. Where did you get off on crashing into trees?
From our Viper episode.
That's right. Which you probably have listened to. God, it's probably been like an hour already since the last one.
Yeah. Go up.
Okay,
So
okay.
VTech,
I feel I
VTech
must
down,
remind you
top
here.
of the second page.
This is the second episode we are recording in the same night where we had to wipe our minds with alcohol because we actually already recorded these and the recordings turned out bad.
Yeah. So we're recording them again.
So we're doing it better.
So for all the folks at home, it's time for a jingle. So has all the Fonda left your Honda? Then mix it up with Carvio. We want all the VTech. Sell it to the car people who know and care. Carvio. We will buy your car. 855-951-3335.
It's true. VTech broke my knuckles.
Let's go.
Every
let's
single
go.
one. Hanging onto the steering wheel when it kicked in.
All right.
Sounds all
So,
right.
The car of the week. As far as our Hot Wheels hot car, that diecast model of the week.
No. It's,
Diecast.
You're supposed to remember this stuff, Chuck.
All right.
I don't even know where he's
Diecast car of the
going.
week. Here we go.
Our
Let's go.
diecast. Whoa! I'm proud to present the Mercedes-Benz W126.
Who picked it? You picked it.
I picked it.
All right.
I picked the car.
Tell
This
us
was
why.
my week. I picked it. Okay, specifically this one's a 380 SL, but whatever. We're going with the 126. So, this particular model was a very old release. It has sparkly metallic red paint, chrome cladding, and those old styles Hot Wheels wheels that kind of look slotted, which is cool. We have ghosts in this house. Things just blew off the mantelpiece. Oh gosh. Oh, maybe the ghost is actually that fan that's playing right. You snapped its neck, but they still fell again.
It is a good one.
Andrew. You suck. All right, so I bought this relatively recently at a swap meet because I love old Mercedeses. I had an old Mercedes that I actually sold to Andrew and Chuck's friend without knowing it was Andrew and Chuck's friend when I sold it to him.
For another
I would have jacked the price
8,
up.
9 years.
But
Hold on. Let's be fair. He doesn't like Charlie at all.
no, really?
That's not real. No.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So I had a old what was it? A 240D, 877.
It was a 124. 123. 240 diesel
Yeah.
in manual, and that is how
The
I
slowest,
ended up identifying.
most horrendous car to drive ever in the history of time.
And
It had 88 horsepower out of the factory and weighed as much as a tank.
when my friend bought this thing, he wouldn't shut the fuck up about how it was diesel and a manual.
Yeah.
And that is how, because it was like so rare, right?
It was not.
And so
I test drove 2 of them owned by the same guy.
yeah. So I was we were talking about like cars that did not have a tachometer.
Yep, that
Right.
was one of them.
And I was like, well, my Neon doesn't have one. And then you were like, yeah, mine's automatic and doesn't have a tachometer. Well, I'm like, well, that's an automatic. And you were like, oh, well, my manual 240D didn't have a tachometer. And I was like, wait, was it really slow? And you're like, yeah, it was
Yeah.
really slow. It's like, yeah, those things are fucking slow. It's just like the only car that the Spitfire ever beat in a drag race.
And I was like, yeah, because they're real fucking slow.
And then again, I was like, wait,
Color was it?
Tell
what
me
color
more
was
about this
it? Yeah,
car.
what color was it?
It
He was like,
it was like a
light,
sky baby blue.
yeah, like a light blue. And it's like, okay, all right. Who did you buy it from? And then you were like,
Some
some
dude
black
in
guy
LA?
up in Torrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. Who did he sell it to? He's
I
like,
said some blonde
I
kid
don't
that drove
know.
it to San Francisco.
Yeah, some blonde kid, he drove it up to San Francisco. I'm like, that's my boy. You sold it to Rory.
Yeah, and I was like, that was his
You
name.
sold it to Rory. He went up to Manta-Ray.
Man,
Manta-Ray.
Ray Bay.
Manta-Ray Bay,
Man Ray.
where they have the Manta-Ray Aquarium. World famous, world class.
Have you
5
been to the
stars.
Man Ray Aquarium?
Yes, I've been there twice
I want
now.
to go.
That's pretty
Memorable.
cool.
I want to go
Why
bad.
don't we'll all just go up together? It is a decent drive.
It is.
I'm sure.
Unless you take the 101 all the way up. It's a little more boring, but it's worth it.
Good to know.
Anyway, so that's how we found out that he sold his car to my friend who had a Mercedes at the time, which happened to be Ben's, about 8 or 9 years before Ben ended up sitting next to me at work.
Yeah, long time. It was like years
Long
ago.
time. Small world.
Yeah.
Mercedes.
All car guys are connected. It's
Yeah.
inexplicable. One
Yeah.
of us.
We're all
One
like
of
this.
us. One of us. One of us. All right, what's the rest of your story?
All right, so yeah, I bought this at a swap meet. Old Benzes are cool. You never see full size like sedans really in Hot Wheel form until they more recently came out with like the 500e Mercedes. So that I have a few of also. But this was one of Bruno Sacco's most iconic designs, the famous designer who designed all those like cladded Mercedeses back in the day. It was pretty much the entire line from like I don't know, the late 70s to the late 2000s or early 2000s when
So
they
too late
stopped
for
making
Castro,
David's
but-
car. Yeah, they all look the same, but
But
like
they still had hydraulic windows available.
yeah,
And those things can
did a
cut
lot
your
of
damn hand
firsts
off.
with this car as it ran. So the 126 had a 12-year production run from 79 to 91. That's the 1900s, and the W126 was the preferred choice of leaders of industry, lords of lands, and lords of war alike. The oil crisis of Antonio, all those energy drinks are catching up with you.
Why?
Like, still your legs. Still your legs.
Yeah, you're right, man. You gotta
Still
relax.
them.
Yeah.
You're just like hopping up and down. The Asian ladies
No
gonna
one's-
come up
no
here and
one's gonna
shoot
make
you
you
in the face.
Do stuff here. He's gotta sit back.
The oil crisis of 1973, an increasingly stringent emission and safety regulations in the United States had an important influence in developing the 126 for reduced emissions and increased fuel efficiency, hence the cladding.
Yes.
The aerodynamic drag was reduced through lengthy wind tunnel testing and reshaping of the front end and bumpers.
And it still ended up looking like that?
Yeah. It looks great. It's a timeless
David,
design.
be careful with my oversized coasters.
Yeah. They're huge.
They're huge.
What are you, blind?
Are you
the
blind?
only one of us not wearing glasses?
Yeah.
You schmuck? Did you get cross-eyed on your giant nose? What's the matter with you?
If he got cross-eyed on his giant nose, you could only see
You
out
break
of
that
one eye at a
oversized
time.
coaster, which
Yeah,
is
and have
actually
no
a
depth
pot holder.
perception.
First
You
of
break
all,
my heart.
Everybody hush.
You will break my
accidentally
heart.
put my water bottle on the top of the glass that's off of the coaster, all right? So everybody,
You couldn't
leave
see the
me
glass?
alone.
That's a more serious
I
problem.
was looking forward, not sideways.
Maybe you should
Keep
try to
going.
be so
There's your
cool.
first
There's
problem.
No explosions going on.
Ah, damn it.
Nah.
Everybody.
Catch the ball, then run.
Shut up. Don't tell me how to do sports, Benny. You can't tell because you're listening, but only one of us in this family knows how to do them, and it's me.
I know how to do
He
them. I was an
fucks.
incredible first baseman.
Okay,
I golfed
Benny
pretty
actually
okay
isn't that
until I
bad at
didn't do
sports,
that
but
anymore.
like,
Golf is just a fucking walk interrupted.
And for a moment, I surfed. I surfed until I realized that whales come in the ocean.
That's why you.
Stop surfing.
all right,
Started.
keep
so,
going,
So I
Benny.
actually have this pretty funny post that I saw on Instagram. Must have been last night. Otherwise, I would not have remembered it. Because of the coasters, it says, humiliating to be into furniture. Beautiful table. Jesus Christ. But they got me dialed in.
That's literally Andrew.
Yeah, it is.
He has a shelving unit that's shaped like that's part of a literal canoe.
You know, there's one time where I was sitting at my desk at work, and he interrupted me to be like, "Hey, man, check out this cool couch I just saw."
I like it.
Good for you.
But am I
It
wrong?
was before they got this vintage
No.
one. It was some other random couch that he saw. He's like, "I want that."
You know how
This
many
is
carpets
how you know-
I've
I
been looking
respect
at
that.
lately?
How many what?
Carpets. Allison has a
I'm
thing
getting
for
carpet.
Why?
carpets.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Some of us have taste, Ben.
I have incredible taste.
This is how you know that if I say this is a nice looking car, it is a nice looking car. Because I can look at a sofa
You know
of all things and be able to tell this is a stupid sofa. Or this is a nice sofa. Real
Okay,
nice.
sofas.
What you are sitting on,
This isn't a sofa cast, okay?
But can
So-
if
it
I can
be?
help it.
Oh, and cool thing about the W126, back on topic, off of sofas.
What do you mean there's sofas inside of them, you asshole?
They feel like a sofa. That's true. It's a good point. All that rich Corinthian leather. That's not what that is. That was only in Plymouths. You know they put the wiper blades underneath the hood on this?
The what? Oh,
Wiper blades were like
are
under
you talking
the
about
hood.
like underneath the cowl?
No, the cowl, like the
No.
hood comes up. Here's the cowl, and the hood comes up like this, so there's room for the wiper arms to recess. So they'll like.
Underneath
Is
the
this
hood.
the first production car like that? Because I see
They
that. all
just
the
did it
time.
for like they just did it for like aerodynamics.
Maybe they did come up with that then.
And so
But then they had the wise idea to put on my car the front headlight windshield wipers that
Yeah.
cost like $1,500 to replace
No,
that I don't
no.
even know how to
This
use.
is little guys. This is little guys.
That's all.
never
Yeah, what
used
do
them.
you use
Just
for
like they're
snow?
there.
It's for snow.
If I'm
Yeah.
ever going to take
Or
that thing
for
out, even in
pretend
the
snow,
rain.
whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Lord, what was I going to say?
Oh my gosh, you know how many coke addicts in the 80s were just like driving 100 miles an hour through the streets of Miami with their fucking headlight wipers on?
Oh,
Snowing, man! It's snowing.
that's what I was going to say. So my Explorer, as you know, is shaped like a brick. So the first thing I do is replace the wipers with the fancy ones that have wings on them to trap air
Yeah.
so that it stays on the windshield nice and tight while you're
That's
using
smart.
them.
I gotta get those for the van. The problem is the van.
The least aerodynamic thing I've ever driven.
You remember a lot of Mercedes from this era also had one wiper right in the middle that just did
Yes,
that.
that was so cool.
It was like the 190E.
Not a thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
are
it
you
was.
kidding?
Not a thing.
It's
How much-
definitely
how
a thing
much-
on
which
places.
ones?
The 190E's 300Es.
Are you kidding me?
100,000%.
Real life.
My Paymon's
I'm
dad
not
had
surprised
one,
by
and
this
it had
at all.
one wiper, and I was like, seems
Cool.
like such a dumb idea.
The
I thought
amount
it
of
was cool as
useless innovation that
When,
goes
like-
into these Mercedes was
Well, so-
unfathomable.
So-
So
Innovation.
let's talk
Well,
about the history
whatever.
of wipers and Germans. They love that shit.
I mean, their
The-
salutes kind of look like a wiper. I'm a Jew. I can say that. It's okay. We won.
Barely, but
So Porsche was the first one. Fuck that. Porsche was the first one to come up with the rear windshield wiper.
It's Porsche.
oh, you really
Mm.
did it to him, huh?
Yeah, I did
It
it
was-
to him. Of course, I did it to him. That's worse than getting.
No.
rickrolled in
I
the
never
car
say it
community.
like that. I have no idea. It's got to be the wine. The Germans and their wipers.
Yeah, sick, sick,
Dang.
sick, nice. Wipers, they like them.
Bum, bum, bum,
So after 6
bum.
years of development, the W126 was introduced at the IAA Frankfurt show in September '79.
Frankfurt?
At the introduction, the S-Class was available in two wheelbase lengths, standard and long. 3 petrol engine options with 1 6-cylinder inline engine and 2 V8s. The diesel engine was an option introduced in September 1981, specifically for the North American market. Hooray! The diesels are bulletproof. They run forever. That was what that Benz was. I'm pretty sure it had a similar, if not the same motor as some of the models that
Was
were
that
for
not
sale
the
with the
least
diesel engine.
bulletproof series? Or not the least, sorry. The last bulletproof series.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
after that became like
Yeah.
more performance and
Uh-huh. With the I don't remember what it was, W220 or something like that. But so fun facts for the W126. Premiered the power seat control, the first for Mercedes-Benz. Instead of placing it, the toggle or button switches in the same shapes in the hard to reach areas on the bottom of the seat, you know, where most seat movers are to this day. This was the first car where they put them on the door.
and they still do that to
Boom,
this
bam.
day. They make it actually a huge deal if you've been in any newer Mercedes.
they're so
remotely
cool.
newer Mercedes. It's literally in the shape of a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is in his
Not
car.
my
yeah.
car. Yeah.
You get in there, that was Mercedes all the way. They and you tilt. It's so intuitive.
Yeah.
I get it.
You're like, I want to
It's
move
perfect.
this pit back.
Yeah.
You touch that bit.
100%.
and
I don't
it
even
moves
know.
back.
I don't even know if the driver's seat in my Explorer can even tilt back. Because I haven't figured it out yet.
Wait a minute, that's way worse than my front wiper blades. You gotta figure that out, man.
I'm at the point where I don't think it's actually supposed to. Like the back is where the back is. Even
There's just-
the
it's
passenger
fixed.
seat has a like you pull up on the lever and it goes back. You know?
Yeah,
And you
not
can
yours.
like move it frontwards and forwards. This
Right.
one you can just move zzz, zzz, like
It's a
frontward,
It's a power seat.
backwards and forwards, and that's it. You cannot change the back.
I'm really surprised yours has a power
I'll bet
seat.
you I could
and it's
find
an XLT. It's an XLT.
Yeah, but like what?
I have
mean,
power
come on, it's
windows. I have
Ford.
power everything in that thing.
All right, fair enough. Well,
It's an
yeah,
XLT.
I can find it.
Extra large truck.
Sure.
Of course it has power windows. It's an extra large truck. The large
Alright,
trucks
so
don't get them.
First seats, right? The seats are on. You move them on the
Yes,
door.
sorry. Yes,
Rad.
they are very
no,
nice.
You're good. Your XLT
I
is
love
also
them.
an extra large truck. We like it a lot. It looks phenomenal. The interior is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Can't wait to go to Rad.
I hope you have good posture
I mean, yeah, I'll live. I'll bet you.
if you want to drive it
I
anyway.
can
If you're a
find a way to
passenger, you
fix
can
it.
have whatever you want.
So, another interesting thing, you know, the taillights on a Mercedes, they're called fluted taillights of this era, the ones with the little, like,
Yep,
divots in 'em.
they're God, how to describe it? Imagine like the top of a castle. You know the
Yeah,
pattern,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
but
you
like-
just drag that kind of negative space and positive space along.
Skateboard half pipes.
What?
Yeah.
Skateboard half pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
half pipes,
kind of like that. Yeah.
Yep.
A slalom of or whoops.
Very cool.
on
They
a
look like
motorcycle
a
thing.
sideways jail cell.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you know you were
Wow.
a certain kind of
Like there's divots in the back of the headlights in little rows or taillights.
right,
that
and you're about to
go
ask us
across
what
them.
those were for.
Yeah, what are those for?
So I believe my guess was based on the way corduroy works, which was to keep snow from freezing on there and being able to stick on there.
Wrong.
I
Not
and I
super
remember
far
being
off,
wrong
but
too.
wrong. Chuck, any thoughts? Chuck's busy. David, any thoughts?
I thought it was like, yeah, weather related. I have them and I still don't know. So
Okay, great. You're all wrong. It is.
Wait. Damn it.
Okay, still wrong. So the fluted design maintains the visibility of the taillights when dirt accumulates.
That's what I was
on the
gonna
top
say.
bits.
No.
Yeah, but you're still wrong because I said it first. So
You
I
could have
like
called it a fluted design before we tried to describe different ways
I
of how
did.
it looks,
I
by
knew
the
you-
way.
yeah.
I called it a fluted taillight.
I've heard this episode before, and I remember being mad about the same things.
But I said that. It was the first thing in the
I
sentence. It
know.
says it right there.
I know.
Okay.
You said, but it's like
You don't
had
listen
us.
to me? No, I'm
You
kidding.
had us. I don't remember if you had us guessing or if we tried to. Never mind. Moving on.
So another thing that didn't start on this Mercedes, but started on the Mercedes right before it, the R107 and C107, was crumple zones. Crumple zones
Yes.
absorb impact and crashes so that the force doesn't hit you in your knees and chest
doesn't?
Yeah.
and
yeah.
head. So it just takes some of that force and spreads it throughout the front of the car, leaving you hopefully safer than cars that don't have them. So, hooray
so
for
before this, because basically what they did was invent the front end of the frame of a car into a unibody sort of, or uniframe sort of thing with a, in the shape of a triangle-esque thing, right? And it would transfer the force from wherever it was hit onto the outside of the cabin.
Yeah.
Before that, everybody was just like triangles, triangles, triangles. Let's make them out of bars, bars, bars. 3 times is my favorite. And so they had space frames, just a bunch of triangles. Now that made it strong and an impact, but the problem was it was too strong and it wouldn't break at all.
Yeah.
And you would just end up flying through the windshield with your seat and your seatbelt anyway.
Yeah. And then they just cut little divots
That's right.
in the side of
So
that
cool.
same space frame.
Yeah.
And it made it crushable.
And
So-
manufacturers actually ended up following suit.
Yeah.
Like
and
they
they're just
made the frame standard.
Yeah, and then they just made that, and you can I remember we were on this was so Jewish parents, right? We went to go look at cars. We were getting a new minivan, and
the Kia
it wasn't a Previa,
Carnival.
because the Previa wasn't safe, and.
For those of you that don't know, he loves and drives a Previa.
Yeah, the Previa, it was the 5th least safe car out of 6 of 1995. So, or least safe minivan, excuse me. The more unsafe one was the Chevy Venture. So,
I believe that.
yeah, those things, they were made out of tinfoil. And the Previa, though, just
Like the
doesn't
hats
have a
that the
front.
designers
So if you
were
hit
wearing.
something, you're immediately going to snap your ankles, and the steering column may go through your forehead. The airbag will come out, hit you first, but then the rest of the steering column will follow.
Oh, well, that's not good. That's nothing new. That could happen in the
But the way the
VW
steering
bus.
column of but the steering column of this is literally like the steering wheel is aiming at
It's
your
just a
face.
red dot sight.
Yeah,
It's a con no scope.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's constantly on. You just don't notice it because you're looking at the road, hopefully.
yeah. But if you look down for a second, check your speed. You're like, that steering wheel is aiming right at my face. We are gonna kiss just so. It's gonna be
Little
catastrophic.
kiss on the brain.
Yeah. So crumple zones are cool. And and you know.
Wait, but what did your parents end
Oh,
up
no,
getting?
no. So, like, the guy pops the hood of this car we're looking at because my mom's like, I want the safest one. And this guy's like, safe? I'll show you safe.
Oh,
and he pops
Lord,
the
they
hood
both
and he's
just
like,
care
you
about
see these little divots here in the, like where the fender meets the hood? Or, like, the fender meets, like, you pop the hood and the fender. Right. Okay. Good. These little things here, these are your crumple zones. And I'm like, I think they're on the heavier bits at the bottom. But I like where I was like 6. So like
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was what, like 1970 what?
70. Jesus. No, it was like 1996.
He's the oldest guy in the room. I gotta make it.
Oh no, it must have been like 2000.
Not even by
2000? No,
No, I wasn't.
No,
6.
I was 6 in
10.
2000.
I was 10 in 2000, but I must have been 10 because that's when our Ford Windstar went kaput and we had to look
Those
for a
two
new
things.
minivan. So yeah, and we could have had a Previa that would have lasted 200,000 miles. Might have broken my mom's ankles, but it wouldn't have crapped out and blown a head gasket at 56,000 miles, which in 2000 the standard warranty was 5 years, 50,000 miles. So 56, we blew a head gasket, and that van we traded in.
Here, have it.
Yeah, but those
And
things
we
also
got-
cost like 10 grand.
We got pennies on the dollar. I don't even think we got 4 figures for that thing. We were just like, take it, give us a beige on beige Sienna to stat, and that's what we got. And it had double automatic doors, and I closed David in them constantly. It was
No.
it was an honor
One
and
of
a
those
pleasure.
doors was not automatic because I slammed this kid's fingers
one
in
of them
one
was
once.
automatic, and the other one wasn't, and we always forgot which one was which. We'd like pull the handle and just flick it, and it would either go or it wouldn't.
So dumb.
I do that to minivans now. Because I like the literally last minivan I had ever basically touched was a 1994 Nissan Quest.
Ooh.
Those are cool.
Not the GDM nerds losing it.
No,
Yeah,
the Mercury.
Remember
Literally-
those Nissan
literally
Quests in like 2004 with
I
the dash that was like
shit
oh my god,
you
it was huge.
Not Monday, I was on Craigslist looking at cars. There was a 1992-ish or 4-ish Mercury Villager Nautica edition. It looks like an upside-down boat. The top is white and the bottom is blue. And if you flip it over, it's a boat. And it's got Nautica stuff on the inside, Nautica stickers on the outside. It's just a cool van. What are you
It's not
saying,
blue
Andrew?
up top.
I'm
and
not
yellow.
saying-
It's
I
a
literally
white,
didn't say
blue,
anything.
yellow.
I know, but boats
That is
are on-
clever though. That is
Right.
actually pretty clever.
But no, it's the same as
The
the Quest.
what was that? What was
They're
that?
identical cars.
What was the Pontiac minivan? That is like
oh.
the ultimate minivan flex.
Oh,
The Montana? No.
no. You picked one. You picked one for the
It
thing.
was either
Oh, I picked one
did,
for
you
the
did.
thing, dude.
You
That
did.
thing was
it was the
insane.
Pontiac equivalent to the Oldsmobile Silhouette.
Yeah.
yes, because there was
But I
one
don't-
that
What
came through.
was it?
There was
No,
there
not
was a
the
car
Torrance.
that
That was
crossed
like
my
the
desk
Equinox.
that was like a 56,000
Hang on.
mile one of these, and I'm like, oh my god, it's got like the fat tri-spoke hubcaps.
No, dude,
and
No, you're
everything.
thinking of the Aztec.
That was the one
no,
I
it
should
was
have.
not the Aztec. This is
No.
what the Aztec wanted to
No,
grow
no,
up
no,
to be.
no. I will find
look
it
up
because
the
this
van.
was the one I wanted to do last time we tried to record this episode, and we didn't end up getting to do it because I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find what its name is. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna find it. Oh Jesus, come on.
Well, it was a
please.
Nissan
Pontiac
Quest.
Transport.
Ye-
There's literally no other van you're talking
See it A
about.
little closer. Now.
If that's not the one,
That's
then
the.
that's for sure. That's the Oldsmobile version, but it's the same. I'll find you the Pontiac one, but I just
I
looked it up because I,
I
knew
can
the
already
name.
look up the related.
Okay. While he's looking that up,
Oh, Lord.
This is it. Yep, that's the correct one.
I know.
What a Carter. I know.
I just had to let him figure it out for himself.
Yeah, you do.
You know?
sometimes.
All right, so during this era, Mercedes made a lot of like special versions of this car. So they made like pre-merger AMG, before AMG and Mercedes became one company. For those of you that don't know what merger means, that
Come on now. That's a little low. That's a little low.
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know our demographic.
Easy.
Andrew.
We don't have a demographic.
Yeah.
We
so-
are the demographics. We
Okay.
are 50% Jewish, 25% Commonwealth. Oh God, he's not going to let me live it down. 12.5% white, 12.5% black. Those are our demographics.
Okay. So now that we've done the census on each other,
But 100% Antonio.
100% Antonio.
so they made AMG made wide body variants before they merged with Mercedes. They made engine modifications, bringing up to 5-liter, 5.6-liter, and 6-liter engines. Then Trasco Bremen offered a stretch limousine version called the 1000 SEL. Inshallah. Let's look at it. Those are the coolest things ever.
You got wood
Carrot
grain. You
by
want
Du
leather?
Châtelet. Jimbala and Koenig Specials also made extra special models for the likes of oil tycoons worldwide. S-Guards, specifically specially modified 126 models, were produced for the transport of dignitaries and world leaders. Among modifications included wheelbase, stretching, bulletproof glass, and armored body panels. Saddam Hussein had 3 of them. And I wonder where those cars are today.
Well, so you're...
If you know, let us know in the comments, because I want to buy one. Call Carvio if you own Saddam Hussein's 1000 SEL.
Call Ben. Carvio doesn't want Saddam.
Call Carvio, ask for Ben.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
What's the number?
Oh,
855-951-3335.
yeah.
So,
That.
so
Do that.
So
But Saddam Hussein's ones before, this is the last little tidbit of this.
Sure.
Saddam Hussein's version F560 SELs that he ordered that were armored had also pipes that shot flames out of the sides.
Oh my God, that's wild.
he could have just took all the grounds off of the car. And
Wait,
then
what?
whenever somebody touched the never mind.
Shot the shit out of
Yeah,
him.
that's an old school joke.
Gotcha.
That's an old school joke. For a while there, maybe about 6 years ago, I was like, I remember seeing these black straps that would like hang out the bottom of the back of a car.
Yeah, it's grounding.
Right.
Grounds.
And I was like, I used to see them everywhere. Every day we'd go out on the road and I would see one. And then I'm like, I don't think I've seen one in like 15 years, right?
Yeah.
And I don't even know what it does. And so I had to look it up, and that's what it was. It was to ground the car out because it was God, I don't even know why. They stopped making positive ground cars in like 1960 something.
So
And this was to like draw all the static electricity from your car and just straight onto the road. That way, when you got out of the car, you wouldn't shock yourself
And, like,
closing the
fucking
door because it's like
Blow up
so
the gas station
cheap.
crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Where do they pin it to the car? Like it's underneath
I
the
would.
where
I
specifically?
always thinking about it now. Not always, because again, was not a car nerd until my late teens. They would ground it to probably one of their muffler mounts.
Oh.
Because it was always kind of like closer to the inside of the rear
Like
bumper.
the hanger or something?
But yeah, like the hanger. Yeah,
Okay.
wherever that may have sit, but it was always like on the left side, which is where most 4-cylinders
yeah.
end up putting
See the
their
tailpipe,
yeah,
right.
right. It was always on the left side, and it could have been here's the back of the bumper here, and you maybe have like 12 to 14 inches. That would be the minimum, and it would be there to maybe 8 inches forward, and that was it. So I would
This is
say
going to
hanger.
sound dumb as shit. But I always thought that, like, if your car gets struck by lightning, like your tires are on the ground, everything will be fine.
Yeah.
But I honestly, until very recently, when I saw a video of some car get struck by lightning, and like it goes straight through the windshield and torch the steering column and melt the entire dashboard and like all this shit. It was just luckily it was parked on the street, but it would have gone through like the guy driving's legs, like you know what I mean. So, I always thought that like if lightning just struck your car, it was like
an
your
airplane.
tires were just like it was like zoop, and when it just like
No, because rubber's not conductive.
Well, yeah.
No, I know, but like
if it hits the metal, it'll do that. But it hit the glass, so it's because it hit the glass that it didn't do that.
But
It
yeah, it
must
hit
have
right
luck.
the edge of the roof and the windshield.
It was literally the luck of the draw. If it had gone like
Damn,
to the
that's
middle
so
of
gnarly.
the metal would have helped disperse it.
Yeah, that's so wild though.
That was just pretty unlucky.
Yeah, right. But like,
I'm
how
pretty
does that-
sure. Rest assured, folk, that if a lightning were to strike your car, not on the glass, you'll be okay. There's plenty between you and the
So long as
steel
you don't
of
like
the
have
body.
like a metal exposed like door
Oh yeah,
handle or
as
something.
long as you
wild.
just took
Yeah,
out all
yeah.
of the soft stuff out of your car.
Yeah.
Luckily, curb feelers died in the 80s.
Yeah, that's Jesus.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the end of my W126 stuff. So now we can get into our classified
Well,
cars.
hold on.
of the
You
week
never
in a
let
minute.
me. You never let me say anything
Okay,
about
say
it because
whatever you want.
you wanted me to act impressed for this episode, and I still am.
Oh shit! I
Um,
forgot about the most important thing.
Yeah, you did.
I
the
did.
1000E. Or L.
Yeah, the 1000
X.
SEL.
SEL.
So I was talking about those ones that they made. There's
Yeah.
a website if you want to know more and go down a real rabbit hole.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot
Go
about
to
this.
We're
1000SEL.com.
like, if you wanted wood grain and not that weird stuff in the second half of the
Like
decade,
Chinese
BMWs
cherry
from-
blossom wood or
Yeah,
Japanese
right.
cherry blossom
There's-
wood.
But
Yeah.
like some like real stuff everywhere, right?
Gold. They have real gold.
That's it.
Real gold.
Yeah, real gold stuff. The leather seats are full of the scraps from cutting the shape of the seat out because they only used one cow per seat.
Yeah. Those cars.
That kind of stuff.
So here we have go up. Oh, that's a Rolls. Damn. Okay. Here we have a 1000 SEL.
Oh my
from
God.
Bala.
This is the second time we looked at this site, and it's still so extravagant.
Cool. I know. Yeah, 1000SEL.com. Check them out. It's like a library of wide body 80s just
chaos.
Oh, good
Wow, look at that
gracious,
thing.
The ABC exclusive Mercedes SL. Made for a customer in the Middle East. Big shocker. It's white with gold trim.
Is that not the same guy that like did all that wild stuff to a slant nose Porsche and made it
Oh, Jambala.
look like a what's it
Jambala.
called? That's him.
No. Same
style.
idea.
That's that guy. It's got to be the same dude.
No. ABC is a different company.
There were multiple companies that made cars that looked very similar.
Koenig
in this era.
Specials, Jambala,
Koenig Specials did this
ABC,
too.
Karat
Jambala.
du Chalet.
Yeah, Karat du Chalet.
It's the things you know that I don't.
Go.
Man, that's
a styling garage.
this
Is
is
another
Isn't it
one.
weird?
1000 styling.
I feel like they're
garage.
like Japanese. I don't know.
Sorry, that paper's
Oh,
not
look
for
at
you,
that.
bud. Yeah, they did Gull Wings. That's a Geneva Motor Show. Gull Wings
It's
by
got this
SGS.
staggered, like
Yeah.
the German thing to do at the time. The meshes,
Yeah.
the mesh wheels,
Fat
the
tires.
staggered little itty bitty wheels up front, and the fat old big old boys up back.
Yeah. I love it.
Look at that interior,
is
Habibi.
peak early '80s.
That is so gold.
Let me tell you about my gold car. It's got a TV in the
Yeah,
dash.
so
and it's
truly,
red.
this is the second time we have done this, and we
Oh,
best
yeah.
believe the first time was just as good.
Yeah.
Go up.
Just go on this
up, back to
website.
the top, back to the tippy top, as far as you can go to the top,
It's seriously
Yeah.
impressive.
and then just go to.
it's so gaudy.
The 1000 SEL Mercedes.
Hi. Hi.
Okay, this might have not been what I wanted to look at. Oh,
No, this is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the Japanese atomic kind of deal going on the inside. Absolutely wild. We couldn't even begin to describe it to you properly. Words
go check
cannot
this
do it
out.
justice.
Go to the. You see where it says Koenig Specials? You're right on it. Like where go up like 4, down, 2, up. SL 126. One more. Yeah, click that. Koenig Specials SE and SEL wide bodies. Look at that thing. It looks like the Batmobile, baby.
It really does.
That thing
It
is
really
so.
does.
If Batman lived in Miami, this is what he drove.
It's a Koenig. Yeah.
I mean, this thing could shoot fire out the back. That's not real, but like it should. You know what I mean? It looks like it
Absolutely
can.
should.
It says turbo. I don't think it's got a turbo.
No, it
that
has a
one is
supercharger.
the Batmobile. It actually is all black. It looks incredible. Black BBS's deep dishes, the deepest of dishes.
Meshes again.
Yeah.
This white one looks good too.
Anything
Yeah,
white
yeah.
with BBS.
Oh, man,
my
a Shevitz.
gosh.
What a wine.
That's a San Francisco photo right there. That's
Yeah.
crazy cool.
So there's somebody on Instagram called the Patina Collective, and
Oh,
they have
man.
a collection of these. It's some guy in Florida, and he's got more money than God and collects 80s Mercedes.
He has probably one of the best collections I've ever seen.
This
probably the
website
best.
has made me feel very nostalgic, and
Yeah.
in the way that I had all I had when I started, and it's really not that long ago, was forums. Facebook didn't
Yeah.
have Facebook groups were not a thing.
This website is like so.
When you saw photos of
like
cars, this
Wikipedia.
is how they looked. They were just people who had they went out with the intention to take pictures of
Oh,
their
that
car
red one
with this
fucks.
big old camera. They found the
Sorry.
nicest spot they know and took their
Gaudis.
photos.
Yeah, and they or like
Yeah.
a valet takes a picture and puts it on the forum.
Yeah.
Like the one, look, go up
Uh-huh.
to one more picture down. That
Yeah,
picture.
that's the one.
That-
Yeah, that's the
that's
one.
that's at a dealership getting serviced or something, and like some guy who parked it there was
They
like,
have a
"This thing's
Lagonda next
rad."
to it or something.
Yeah. And yeah, so
Oh,
go up
yeah.
and there's a ton of other
That's a
these
crazy
companies
car.
that did
Yeah.
these. That one's on Gotti's, which is pretty cool. Gotti
Even though
wheels.
even the $1,500 wiper blades are trimmed in gold.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish there was more interiors of these. It's just all the exteriors.
Yeah,
But go up more.
absolutely. Anyways, we literally did the same thing here. We could not shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Please visit this website.
Go to
1000
Does
SEL.
Jimbala have them? Oh yeah, 500 SEC wide body, fourth one down. Oh, or
Or
the
the-
1001, the next other one. Yeah.
That'll do.
That's that reminds me of the R32.
Yeah,
those
look at
proportions,
those
right?
wheels. Those are cool. Yeah, the Arthur. I see what you're saying. It has 4 tailpipes. Sick. Look at all those buttons on the steering wheel. That's nuts.
4 back when most steering wheels had 0.
Yeah.
Look how comfortable those seats look.
Those seats, those are Recaros. Those are in like everything with the power thing on the
Oh my
bolster like
God.
that, and they put them in the back too.
Yeah, they put it in the
And
back.
there's gold. You guessed it.
Oh, and
More
that one they just
gold.
put like, what did they do to the grill? It's
They-
just
what
like
they did
put
with the emblem too, they shrunk it
Yeah.
down nicely.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Right.
And then
Wow.
go to Styling Garage. Either that one.
Hold on, we can't stay here forever. This is
Okay,
purely visual.
You're right. I know, but like we're just having a good time. Okay, so yeah, we don't have to stay
Go
here
to all
anymore.
of those.
That's the end of the
Check 'em
126.
out.
That thing looks crazy. Why'd they do that? They just made it look old. Oh, look at the top go up, and the interior
Yeah,
has all these like equalizers and stuff for the radio.
some
Like,
airplane stuff.
yeah, I mean, you just got to go to this website, 1000 SEL. I want to thank profusely whoever put this website together. They are a real legend.
Beautiful
And,
documentation. It is
you
such an
know.
impressive site. It's basic looking, but it's got all the good
But it's got
stuff.
everything you want. You're
That's
not
how you
paying
know it's
attention to
good.
the website. You're paying attention to these period pictures of like just stuff from like their catalogs.
It's
Whatever
like being
these-
a car guy and watching an old movie and be like, "Oh my god, do
Yeah.
I remember when those looked that nice on the street?"
Yeah.
Go relive that moment at 1000SEL.com.
Yeah. I highly recommend it.
All right,
On
so what do we
to
got next? This is
Classified cars of the week.
Yes.
So now we're picking our car that's
Baby
mine right
first.
there. Okay, sick. So I picked. Oh, this is so good. I picked a 1985 Mercedes-Benz 420 SEC European market in manganese metallic over velour.
peasant color.
Manganese, that is not peasant colored. You get out of here, Andrew. I don't know what you're talking about. So it's Mercedes 420 SEC. So it's the coupe. It's the 4.2 liter. It's rear wheel drive. It's brown and beige over tan. The perfect Jewish racing Boca Raton colors. And it's got 72,000 miles. And I would love for you to go to the interior, Chuck. The photos are incredible. RMC Miami in, you guessed it, Miami. That's
it's
the
at,
dealership
like,
it's at.
Oh my god,
That
the spare
brown
wheel.
carpet. Look at them velour seats.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Yes, with the stripes and the back of them is perfect. This car is incredible. It is a mere 22. Chuck, scroll up a little bit for me for a second. $22,500. I highly
4.2
recommend you buy
liter
this
V8.
car. Yeah, but you're.
With 4 doors.
This is all show
There's only
and
2.
some go.
You can look like just
Hey, it's
about
not a
every other brat in
380,
the military with a Charger, or you can buy this thing at maybe a little less than half the, maybe a little more than half the cost.
The door cards on this are immaculate.
It's perfect. The car is perfect.
This thing's
It's
brand new.
72,000 miles. It's like showroom. And they'll run forever. So that's mine.
All
I
right.
love it. I
My
think-
turn.
I think I'm leading the charge here. Of course, because I went first, but that's not the
All right. I picked one. I actually pulled an Andrew here. Went with the cheaper option. Andrew, did you pick one this week?
If my link still works, I'm using that.
Where is yours?
There it
Is
is
this
right
it? This
there.
is it.
Yeah. I believe it's this one.
Yep.
Yes, the photo's terrible, but whatever. It's the big body, the 560 SEL 1986,
Long
offered
boy.
in Santa Barbara. It's the long boy. It's,
LWB. That's
4-door.
Spanish for the WB.
Oh. The WB. What's going on here?
yeah. Okay, so look, she's not perfect. There's
Those nails!
they are very orange.
She never
this
changed
lady's-
that oil.
Whatever. She's
Not whatever.
Not even that old. Anyway, which is like almost concerning.
The photos are horrendous.
The
It's
wo-
got
some of the worst
81,000
photos I've
miles.
ever seen. It's
I would
literally
bet my
worse
bottom
than the
dollar
photos
that
we get at
odometer doesn't
Carvio.
work.
Whatever. We're gonna have to investigate that. What,
I'll use that next time.
what
It's
else?
gray over red. Which
82,000
is
miles, which again, like Benny, I'm suspicious of, but it doesn't look like it has that many more miles. It's got a red interior. It's light. It's silver on the cladding and gray on the top, and it's about half the price and some change, less than Benny's, and has 2 more doors.
$50.
Right.
Mine was $22,500, and mine was way cooler.
Would I
Half
rather
of
have
ours had cloth
Benny's?
seats, though.
Maybe.
Yeah, but they're velour. They're not just cloth. They're velour, and they were like pretty much never sold in
That's-
the U.S.
That's like
With velour
Alcantara
seats.
leather, as far as I'm concerned,
The-
or Corinthian even.
Whatever. Okay, so mine
Corinthian.
might win,
Rich.
depending on who you're asking. I think it's pretty clean, especially for that price, which a lot of these are going for a lot more. So I would argue that that one is a pretty good deal. You put a little bit of work into it,
Yeah,
and then you know what?
clean,
You have it.
yeah.
It looks good. You can go with it,
It was different.
and yeah, it's way down. What?
Yeah, it was a real 137,000 mile car for sure.
Oh,
Thursday, March 30th. Hell no.
Up? Which way? Okay, we're finding Andrews because he didn't pick a new one
Down.
because
man. Nick Cage.
Who am I? No, we passed it long ago.
Go back.
Because I don't. You know what I don't
the
do?
SVO.
I
Geez.
don't. I leave the pictures out so that like I X them out when I send them to you so that they're surprises.
Well, looking back, Andrew, that was pretty dumb of you.
Yeah, it sure was.
Oh, keep
Ben.
going down. Way down. We got to get into at least
It's in-
April.
they come in pairs.
Yeah, he
Gotta
sent
look for
like.
pairs. Who that guy?
Who
There's
that-
Georgie Thor again. No. No way, hold on. I want you to say that picture out loud.
This. Oh, this
I
is.
wish our desks faced each other. I want to play
This is
footsies.
James Bond in bondage while having drinks at the bar with.
Well, bonding.
While
with.
bonding at the bar with Dog the Bounty Hunter, a bonding agent, holding a bonding bonding agent. No, wait. It's Dog the Bounty Hunter bound while holding a bonding agent.
Yes. We'll put the picture up online. I hope you find it. It'll
Let's
be
shut
never.
that
Bye-bye.
down. Let's shut that
Next.
down, or we're gonna
Where
get,
do we get
we're gonna collectively all have a stroke. 80,000-mile original owner. Does that sound right? Let's see if that's it.
I feel like it was a Craig's.
Page deleted by author.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew lost.
Andrew
So
lost.
it's between me and David. Who wins?
Ooh, Andrew, you loser. All right, who wins? I think it's me. Mine's cheaper, but Ben's is a coupe, and it's
Your pictures seriously sucked.
They really did. I almost
They
want to
were
give it to
so,
Benny off
so-
that
If
If
alone.
I had
So
20
bad.
grand to blow and I saw yours and I was like, oh, only half the price, huh?
You'd have to go to Santa Barbara to see it, which honestly sounds like a nice little road trip. But at the same time, is it really worth it?
Could be a
I don't know.
horrendous road trip back in that thing.
I'm old money. I would be from the West Coast, and I would just be like, I ain't
What's up
got
with
the
that?
time. I can make double than the money that I didn't spend on Benny's car.
On mine.
So who won?
But also, they're a little
What does that
different.
mean?
In the time it took to go to. Wait,
Mine's a much cooler car.
So
Mine's the big.
I'm just gonna go ahead
engine
and spend more on his because
on Benny's.
Yeah.
on Benny's.
Mine's a cooler car.
The pictures were so bad.
I agree. I mean, that
Mine's
was
a
a dealer.
cooler
This is
car.
a lady with orange
But you know
nails.
what? If I were me, which I am me, I would probably buy yours.
David, yours looks like
Playing
you
to my
buy-
I'll leave
audience
this
here.
up to
You
Chuck.
buy that thing, you're gonna look like the seventh owner. You buy mine, you're gonna look like
It's
maybe the
Chuck's
third.
choice.
Having owned a German box before, I know buy cheap because no matter what, you're always going to be working on a check engine light. So buy cheap. So
That's
I'm,
it. That's
I'm going
it.
to say David's
David,
on this
you
one
got it.
personally.
But these aren't German.
I didn't follow that in my own regard, but I did follow that now.
I
in
mean,
here.
they're approaching the age that they're going to be doing some weird stuff no matter how much money you spend on them. There's going to be
fair.
some
That's
weird.
fair.
There's just going to be something that creeps up. It could be very simple. It could be just like a quick little wiring
That's a
thing.
good point.
So like
Good
for
point.
me
It
to
could
take
be
the risk, a
wiring
gamble on an
outside.
old German car, I'm gonna go a little bit cheaper and be like, oh man, I just burnt $10,000 to the ground, or I burnt $20,000 to the ground.
I'd rather do it in Valua.
I get it. No, I get it.
Do I
dare you.
win?
How dare you?
Yeah,
I
you
guess
won.
win, you piece. Okay.
So David wins that one. All right, so
I would have voted for Benny's. Just nice, but
It is the better car. This is the better
100%.
car.
It's
but,
brown. Oh.
Okay. So now we're on to our Bring a Trailer bloopers
Yes.
of the week.
which
Jesus.
I do have.
Could we please go to
honorable
my last
mentions
week's one?
for.
It was so much better.
Which one did you want, David?
That stupid truck. That no,
No,
not
you
like
can't. No, you can't do that. You pick the one you picked today.
That's what the one he's talking about. The stupid truck.
No, the
we
one that he
already-
picked today. He has to.
He has to do the one he picked today.
He
I'm gonna
wasn't.
do the one that I picked
He
today.
didn't
That's why I
check to
picked it
make
today.
sure
I
that
Well,
didn't
he
waste
his
picked.
time to
was-
fucking
Well, he
do
did
this
pick
shit.
this one today.
Do we want to go with that?
I don't.
Do
Let's
we?
just leave it up to him. Do you want to stick to your original, or do you want to
one-
stick to this?
Did you want to send me? You want me to use that new one that you sent me at the bottom?
Rock paper scissors. Benny wins. It's
Wait.
the newer ones.
I-
David wins. It's
All
the
right,
older
I
ones.
want to go with that.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that fair to
Ooh.
you?
Or the
I don't know if
Yeah,
Ben's
all right,
very
I'll
happy
stick with
with
this. All right, here's what it is. Bam. It's a 302 powered 1969 Jaguar XKE Series 2 2+2, aka the ugly one with the V12,
Except
aka
it doesn't have a V12 anymore.
it doesn't have
has
a V12
302.
anymore. Right. So
got
they took
hideous
away
wheels,
the fun
too.
thing and they put on the worst possible wheel. It's like you took this car in Forza and you were
looks-
like, let's put some Japan ass wheels.
No, he
on
took
it, like
this
a-
to Discount Tire and said, "What do you got? That's $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
A whole set for $1,000."
I just got my tax return.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he did.
Exactly,
This-
which honestly hurts my whole. It's black on black, which like for this just looks so distasteful.
Yeah.
Like the interior black, the exterior black. All right, cool. If the bumpers were still steel, like chrome,
Ooh, yeah.
I'd be okay with this.
Let's be
well,
honest.
not the wheels, but like the color. I'd be like, that looks good. It looks kind of menacing, and it looks old. And if it had the same motor, I'd be like, all right. Cool.
Wow,
I don't
Jesus
see any
Christ.
problem with this,
That
especially
looks
because they
bad.
got it.
This looks like the villain car.
Oh my
in
God!
a-
Wait, I just
this
realized
looks-
something.
These have to
Go up. Go up a little bit.
Taillights they've ever had.
Oh, bid 257.
No.
you son of a
Read the
bitch.
first part of the description.
Oh, it was owned by professional.
Cena! Holy shit.
No, but I'm doing that. You can't see me right now.
Oh, absolutely. We're all doing the you can't see me
Okay,
thing
so it
right
was
now.
bid to $57,000. Somebody thinks this has real star power as far as price goes, and
Right.
it does not.
But
I'm
it
just
is.
really mad that this has got a 302. in
How
it.
does
This
John
is
Cena
gross.
fit in this thing?
It's
All
not
right.
fair that John Cena gets to spray paint his car black and sell
Wasn't
it
John
for like
Cena
a ton.
Marine?
Maybe.
He was in the
cares?
movie The
No,
Marine.
but I'm just saying it shows in his taste in
Yeah,
cars.
truly. Well,
Yes.
no.
This looks like
This-
this was designed by someone that definitely eats red crayons as their favorite fucking. Like,
Okay,
dessert.
so David, I'm gonna. This
So I
is your
win.
car, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna need you to explain what exactly the blooper is here. Is it that these taillights in this paint job make this look like this thing has the tightest fucking turning coal into diamond ass ever? It's like really just, you know,
It's really clenching always.
right?
Yes.
Is it
Yeah.
how ugly it looks in the price, or is it the fact that it was bid to 57,000?
All of the above. There's a lot going on with this that I think
be
it's
clear
just terrible.
here, and we all agree with this because we all did right before we even started this show. The E-Type is probably the ugliest of the pretty cars.
You are
Yeah,
so
of the
wrong
pretty
about
cars.
that personally.
I am 100%
But the
correct.
Series
Thank you
2,
very
I
much.
would agree
Let's move
wholeheartedly.
on. So it is because it has
Wrong.
a coal to diamond tight ass, and not in the good way. For up to 57, what's the blooper here?
Up to what?
Like
Someone
everything.
thinks that it's worth more.
the Strassa wheels.
That's not that you
Honestly,
the
wheels.
whoever owns this.
Oh, I see. I see.
If somebody-
Someone wanted this
Yeah,
thing
that's
for
true.
$57,000,
That's true.
and the owner
That's always
thinks it's
part of the
worth
fun,
more,
isn't
even though
Does
I
John Cena
wouldn't.
still own this? Hold on, let's scroll down.
No,
No,
no, no,
no,
no.
no.
Formerly owned by.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Sick to Hype, it was more than fair. Yes.
Yes.
It's the Series 2. It's an automatic. It's 2 plus 2, and the wheels are terrible. Don't say
people
not
hate
helping
them?
much out either, comment guy. Be nice. I mean, be truthful. And tell them that it's terrible. It's the worst wheels you could possibly ever. Oh, it's so
Reserve
bad.
Over 70K, a bit optimistic for
Or Restomod XKE. Yeah, it's not the E-Type. It's the XKE. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
uglier.
Wait, hold on.
John
Go back
Cena
up.
was
So they
definitely
found out
still
what
in the
reserve
WWE
was.
when he owned this.
It was bid up to 57 before people were like, no, it's just a Restomod E-Type. And then they find out that the reserve is at 70,000. This is very good, David. This is some good stuff.
I'm really glad I went with this last second decision.
Damn, you might.
Because let me tell you,
you might have
this is
swept-
god awful.
just
This
swept
thing.
the rug with me.
Like
I'm still
you wait a minute.
flabbergasted
You
over
can
this.
get an almost like a brand new. Well, I mean not brand new, but like really low miles, like newer, like the older E-Type, like not in the best condition.
It wouldn't be
for
V12.
this.
No,
Maybe
No,
like
but
70
still.
grand. What this
Yeah.
thing would have gone for
Well,
if
the
he
inline
actually.
sixes are
People
still sick.
obsess over the looks so much. So honestly, what is the engine?
How
man?
much does a GT350 go for from that era?
A GT350?
Yeah.
More than that.
More than that.
Oh
would've-
God, like
Six
man,
figures
well
for
over
sure.
100K.
Also, no. 'cause
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
worst one because nobody wants these. The E-Type is the one that everybody wants. That
Yeah.
like maybe goes up to 150 grand for like a
yeah.
best condition one, and
You
this
know
is
how
the
this-
ugly one.
But then in
This
that case, back
looks-
to my point that I was going to make real fast is that for 57,000, I can have a sick ass Terminator that's going to blow this out of the water all day, out of every day of the week. It's going to be
You
a
could
lot
even buy a much newer.
Jaguar
Successor.
XKRS.
Yeah.
Yes. You can get like the
Exactly,
fully loaded
right,
one.
yeah.
The blue one with the whole big,
Uh-huh,
cool, nice
yeah.
supercharger and
I
have so
drove
much
one
fun.
of those once at BMW
Yeah.
to like the Jaguar dealership down the way. People would not stop turning their heads. It was
They're
almost
sick.
annoying because
They're
I'm
so
like,
cool.
it's an okay looking car.
It's good
It's
looking.
a great car. It feels so good.
Yeah. I
But-
like those. You could have that for like 30 grand. And like a good
Right,
one.
exactly.
Like a really good one.
Yeah, they're not the greatest looking cars or anything.
No.
Neither
and so
is
I
this
was,
by
I was
any
like
means.
shocked when people would not stop rolling down their windows to tell me like nice car.
You're like,
I'm
thanks.
like-
I don't think so, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, I guess, but whatever.
It's all right.
But yeah, it felt.
So
like
I think
had
I
a 3.
might have put
All right,
myself
well,
in a
yeah,
pretty
let's
good
see what-
chance here.
let's see what
Look at
Ben's got
the
here.
comments were bad. Everybody hates it. It sucks.
David, your
Yeah.
car looked like a low budget villain car for
Oh my god, it was horrible.
for
Did
like
you
a
pick this
Fast
again?
and Furious
Oh
knockoff.
my, no, he never picked
never
it.
picked
said
it.
no,
Oh, I
sorry.
won. I totally won.
This is a 4,700 mile 2005 Chrysler Crossfire Limited Roadster. It's a convertible in 6. It's 6 speed, and it's in a horrendous yellow, and it sold for $20,100 recently.
Soft baby Easter color, I think.
Yeah,
if you will.
it's called Classic Yellow Pearl, but really,
I don't see no pearl.
But really,
Peep.
Yeah, peep.
It looks like
It's not
custard
beep.
yellow.
This
like
looks
custard.
like a
No,
peep
man.
you should put in the
This is-
microwave.
This is like
It looks like if
baby
you took
chick.
sour cream and you sprinkle a little bit of mustard and you whipped it up and you whipped it up and you whipped it up and you whipped it up. There it
And you
is.
served it to your guests and like, what the f- is this?
Yes, looks like this fucking deviled. Oh no, it doesn't. It looks even
So
less
it's got
yellow than
touring
that.
suspension. The Chrysler Crossfire was built on the Mercedes R170 SLK platform, another honking pile of. and
No, I win. Yours is
and
good.
so
but
this
I win.
is like clean looking, but it's a
PT
Chrysler
Cruiser steering
Crossfire.
wheel.
It has the same steering wheel as a
that a
Chrysler
tow hitch on the
Crossfire
exhaust?
and
Hold
a
on.
Dodge Durango. It has
That's
a
the
tow
same-
hitch, and it sold for $20,000. It's a Chrysler Crossfire.
Wait a minute.
Those things.
Am I seeing that right?
And yours the same. Like,
I mean, it just shocks me.
what did you just say? Skidoos? No,
What?
because I thought you
Oh,
said
for
for
jet skis.
Speedos. I was like, you're right. You're right. The Crossfire is the Speedo of cars.
No, Speedos are way
You
sexier.
you
than this
think
car.
they're the coolest
Well, it's- I
if
mean,
you're
it's
like,
not like-
70 years old.
No, Speedos are
I
way
mean,
cooler and way sexier.
Chrysler-
How much was this new?
Chrysler does have a history of making trailers for their vehicles, Prowler, and
Do not. I had
So-
to change the oil and a battery on one of those once, and I do not want to talk about it.
oh, don't ever try to change the oil on a Previa. You'll lose
39,000.
mine. Yeah, so
Someone dropped 40
so
grand
he
on
drove
this.
4,000 miles, lost half his.
Oh, it says it right below.
My question
Value.
with this one is, who
And I'm going to be honest, he should have lost 90% of his value because these things are.
Yeah, this is a $2,000 car. Oh man, hopefully I didn't just make everyone at home yawn.
Oh, boogity woogity. It's not the worst.
So
The seller states the
I do
yaw
have to
rate
say
sensor.
David is in the lead so far. Let's
Thank
take a look
you.
and Let's see if we can find Andrew's submission.
You're welcome. I win. Good night. I'm taking one for the team.
No, that was not for.
Davey's back from COVID camp. Who said that?
I think mine was the Toyota.
It was you, Andrew.
You say Davey's back from COVID camp?
That's what Andrew said. You
No,
picked
this
this
one.
one.
I remember this one.
Ooh,
Yes, it was
no,
this
you
one.
picked this one before. I win. I totally win.
Okay, for $42,000, I know nothing about this car. You are learning about it as I am. A 1965, not even a 1964 and a half, which is equally as worthless.
Well, okay.
Convertible with a repaint with the small V8
Small block V8,
in automatic.
3-speed automatic.
289. Can you just tell us what the car is?
It is a 1965. Oh, he put 1964 and a half to 1966. Wow. Mustang.
Convertible.
Convertible, automatic, small V8. Now, these were the only V8s available at the time. I must
Correct.
admit. But still, $42,000. You can buy something that looks like this, and I remember saying this now, at like a quarter of the price.
Yeah, 100%.
But it sounds.
All day.
But not one that comes with an extra set of wheels and
Oh
wheel
my
covers.
goodness. Wow. So I remember what it came down to because it was
Pretty
it was,
clean.
My mic is like freaking out.
I win.
I remember what it was. It came down to how much we thought the car was and how much more worthless that was than what it actually sold for,
Yeah.
right? Or ended up not getting sold for. And this was at a quarter of the price,
How about that Shelby?
which was like $10,500 is what it's worth. It
It's
sold
a pretty
for four
Mustang, but it's not a
times as much.
$40,000 pretty Mustang.
Right.
This is a 25, maybe 30. pushing
Best
top.
case scenario,
No,
$30,000.
then I
You're
remember what I
better off
said.
at buying a shell of a fastback
And doing it
for-
up yourself.
Yeah, and then just like putting the
Spending
money towards storing it,
$40,000
you will
into
get all
that.
your money back.
Yeah.
This is
All of it,
someone who
and
bought
more.
that new funky Mustang, the GT350, but not quite
Yeah.
Mustang. They bought that car, and the wife got mad, and as an apology, they bought this car for the wife. Like,
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry,
Are
honey.
we are on this episode. I forgot to enter my Mercedes. Yikes.
Oh.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh, sheesh.
open it.
go for it.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'm going to win.
All right, we're
Oh, mine was 12.5.
Oh, I
abruptly-
saw yours. I liked yours.
Contender.
I forgot. 143,000 miles. This is... Okay, so we're jumping back a bit. We messed this up.
Hold
91
on.
Mercedes-Benz 560 SEL long wheelbase.
Good color.
143K for 12.5.
That's really high. I'd
Yes
rather
and
just
no.
go with David's.
It's only $2,000 more.
Wait,
than
well, the
David's.
photos
Yeah,
are
but
better.
it's like
Miles, you mean the miles.
it is
That's
like
right.
a third of the
Photos are way
miles.
better.
Yeah, I agree. That was the thing that was holding me back about like all my different options. It was like everything I found that was a good price was high miles except for David's, and I saw he had already chosen that one. I was like, okay, so I didn't lose that one. So yeah, you still won. You still won your Mercedes.
All
Okay.
right.
Now let me put in my.
We
This
go
is
back to
my-
back on this episode, baby.
So this is my bring a trailer blooper, and this
Modified.
is I wanted to like
How
race
many
the truck. So this is a one owner modified 03 Chevy Silverado SS, which is a dime a dozen a truck. Let's be real.
Oh God, I fuck.
Hey, people kind of like
having
these, though.
flashbacks.
I want to start once again with my little rant.
I still win.
How many
And
miles
I'm
does
gonna
this
say that
have?
I agree with you. A good truck will sell for a good price. The problem is
17,000 truck.
17,000 mile.
That is
17,000
basically
mile
Street
brand
truck.
new.
But you can't use this like a work truck. This is a now turbocharged 6.6.
People
liter
don't
V8.
want work trucks.
Yeah,
This is-
people want this kind of.
I wouldn't spend
This would be a
$30,000 on a
fun
dime a
truck to
dozen
cruise
SS
with.
with the turbo. You could have just got one with a little bit more miles. Let's say like 50,000 miles. You could have picked one up for about 15 or 16 and done the work yourself.
I'll agree with you.
I'd
This is
rather
not a
just
I
big
get
truck.
that.
stock one.
I get that.
You could have gone a generation later or a generation
half the
earlier
price.
and made a
And
better
this
choice.
has got some AutoZone like plumbing going on here.
Yeah,
homie. This
it is
some
seriously
janky shit.
bad. This is probably the ugliest generation until you get to the new ones.
I spent $30,000.
Really?
for
I kind of
someone-
like these.
I don't mind the body style. What I'm saying is like I spent $30,000 and yours makes no difference for stuff I could have bought from AutoZone myself and done myself.
What do the good people in the comment section say? It's a nice blue.
Let's see.
It's a Michigan
You know
car.
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get that truck,
Darn it!
and take out that engine, and put in that 4-cylinder one that
Oh
Blueprint's
yeah,
making.
absolutely.
Not for $40,000. You're not going to do it if you already spent that on this.
No.
This truck has always been stored in.
4 times 4-inch stroke. Where have I seen that before? Oh yeah, Kitty Hawk, New Carolina. New Carolina.
Okay,
Chuck.
that
Original right? What
The
what?
original Wright brothers.
Bro,
castings,
you're
hot
90.
rods and
Get
hard
outta here.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God.
What are you talking about? The Wright brothers for?
future
What is
is
this?
now,
18 year?
man.
Get out!
he just had a moment of lucidity, and he's just like, I have to write it somewhere.
Everyone's like, yeah,
There's not even
sure.
a video of it running.
No.
Oh, whatever.
That makes me
None
more
of these
nervous.
have videos running.
Some of them do.
Yeah, some of them.
Wait. I don't like that at all. Yes, the builder, wheel to wheel in quotations, beefed up the transmission as well as the drive shafts to handle the additional torque.
No, it wasn't.
Wow, that sounds like some guy who's like,
Show
I got
your
a
work.
stage 2 transmission.
That's the guy who's
I
selling
got a
this
stage
truck.
2 build.
So what does that tell you? Nothing good.
This is all plug and play stuff. So I'm paying nearly $30,000 for.
Okay, who was doing better here before Chuck?
Me.
It was definitely David.
Okay.
It's between me and David.
Between
And
them?
I
Me.
do want to say that David definitely does
I think he
take
wins.
it.
I think he
Me.
wins the bid.
Wins.
The bid.
Let's
oh, this one
go!
was
I
bid to
sweep the
28.5
categories.
This is my bias. This is not even my bias. It's a fact. People will always pay good money for good trucks.
This is
I-
not a
I-
good
they're-
truck. The
Quote
old
unquote
Jag.
good. If there's plenty of life left in them, they will pay good money for them every time.
I wouldn't
So your
spend
AutoZone
$70,000.
The bed
Yeah.
is what it's going to sound like.
I mean, if it's a mall crawler like that, you're never going to get up to that kind of pressure.
That was a pavement princess.
John
job, David.
Cena. Da, 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 da. Let's
John
go.
Cena wins. Nice.
Cena
Well
wins.
done,
Okay.
David.
Yep.
Yikes! Yikes!
You might have won the last one, Benny, but
Yo,
you
I
were just
wonder when he
competing
owned
against
that.
me.
I do wonder. Probably when he was poor.
We can
Yeah,
do a
that's
title
what I was
check.
gonna say.
Oh my god.
I
We
gotta.
could do a title check.
You got the VIN?
You know, John Cena used to live in San Diego.
That thing that doesn't
I
have an
don't
old
care.
enough VIN to check.
I used to
I
see
love
him driving
that.
a
I
Ferrari
love that.
California
Unlike
around
Andrew,
PB,
I
and I'm
do
like
care.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Ferrari,
think the most
California.
famous
I
person
can
I
see
ever
you
thought I
In the
saw.
worst, he must have thought nobody could see him because that's the worst Ferrari you could ever get caught driving in.
Yeah. It's not even cool.
The most
At
famous
least seeing him in a
person.
Mondial, I'd be like, John
Because you
Cena.
see them all the time, and I don't understand how.
California's?
How you see California's?
No, he just no. Ben runs into like famous people all the time,
Oh,
relatively.
like
The most famous
more than most.
person that I think I ever saw was Ice Cube
That's pretty cool.
at
Okay.
Chicago O'Hare Airport. I must have been like 12 or something, and he was sitting in one of the seats waiting for the plane, and he had that flat-brimmed New York Yankees hat, and it was down, but his like the bottom half of his face was still very visible. He was wearing everything he would wear, and I was like, I'm almost confident enough to go up to this guy and be like, "Holy crap, Ice Cube!"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was, but like, I was like, I've never been that kind of person.
He's got a very distinctive.
We got some famous people.
Yeah, like the whole the
Look.
like really sharp line along his
The chin strap beard.
the
Yeah,
chin strap beard, right?
of course.
Me and David.
Don't say the DJ Paul story.
No, I was thinking about that one, but I wasn't going to say that one.
Now I want to hear it.
Oh my
You'll-
God!
you'll
All right,
hear it. It
we're
was
in a
weird.
bathroom at Caesar's Palace. We
Yeah.
walk in, we hear a commotion. We look around. It's DJ Paul. What do we
He's in
know?
the urinal
He-
next to me.
Yeah, he's just peeing, and he's with a couple buddies, and he's having a good time. He's
peeing
in
with
Vegas,
his buds.
Hammered.
and me and Benny are just like, "Oh shit!" Didn't say anything to him. We're not going to approach a man in the
Be
bathroom.
cool.
That's
Be
against the
cool.
rules.
That's
So
weird.
we were just like, "Oh shit, it's DJ Paul." We look at him. We're like, "What's wrong with his arm?" Fat little do we know, he's got a little arm.
No.
He's got one
Yeah.
of the nerve things too, huh?
He
Oh,
always
it's
hides
beyond
it.
a nerve thing. It's just
It's
like,
like a.
Yeah, no. Well, that's what it causes it. Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh,
Seems
It's
odd.
a nerve thing. Yeah.
interesting. Well, yes, then that's what he
I feel
has.
like it's a
Like Kaiser
muscle,
Wilhelm.
bone, and everything else thing. But okay.
No, the story
It's
that
like
I
Megan
was going
Fox
to
and
tell.
her giant, big toe thumbs. Not a nerve
No,
thing.
Andrew
just
Miller
just
has
big toe thumbs.
Andrew
for
Miller
her.
has big toe thumbs.
Yes, toe thumbs.
Toe thumbs.
Megan
Oh, well.
Fox has serious toe thumbs.
No, our friend has similar thumbs. Very like.
It's like really weird.
What the-
It's like
he does that one. Okay, no, we were in a hotel in Torrey Pines, and we were visiting our friends who were there, the Whites, and the Whites. We were leaving, and
That's
we
their
were
last
walking
name
out.
for everyone at
Yes.
home.
Yeah. Their last name's the Whites, and so. Sorry, I get how that could have been weird now, but yeah, 100% their last name. Yeah, so and it's a family, hence the Whites multiples. So we were leaving, and who, lo and behold, unbeknownst to us, somebody who had just done a talk or was at a dinner or something, famous person was walking near us, and it was Gary Busey.
whoa.
and I was like,
Distinctive.
"Holy shit, it's Gary Busey!"
And he's
And
like, "Hi!"
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I asked, and like,
Big old
and I
mouth.
asked him for a picture. His wife says he's off duty.
Oh
And I was
my
Whoa.
god.
I don't think you could be that guy and be off duty. Like when you're
He's
Gary
here to
Busey,
party.
you are Gary Busey 24/7.
Yeah.
Whether
You open
know
up
it or
that
not.
stupid
Like-
wide mouth
Yeah.
and them big old teeth when I say you. I was to you, man.
Truly.
Like
It's
you don't
not
even have
fair.
to stop walking. Just keep walking and go like that. Yeah, like I'll be
You
next
just-
to you. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's
You don't even
just get a
have to
picture of
change
the
your
bottom of your
stride.
dude.
But
you
no,
can't
they
look
were-
like Gary Busey and like turn down. You don't have to do anything.
Right.
Yeah,
You
you
just have to be
like,
yourself.
be you. Like I could take a picture of you. It doesn't have to be a picture of us together. Also, I just want to be like,
Yeah, you gotta look like
I
us.
saw
see
Gary
you.
Busey, but I'm also like standing right in front of him and didn't want to turn around and just be like, Gary Busey, snap,
That's so
and then walk
stupid.
away because his wife probably would have killed me. And
She sounds like the type.
yeah,
Mrs.
and then Gary
Mrs.
Busey
Bussy?
might have Yeah.
This is pussy.
And then Gary Busey might have bit me with them big ass teeth.
Hot.
And I would, if Gary Busey ever bit me, I would get that tattooed. His like
Wherever you bit
bite.
you.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd
And I'd be like, this is Gary Busey's teeth. Yeah, it'd be like half my arm. It'd be like a
Like a
sleeve.
shark bite.
It's
Half
him
a
and then the
sleeve.
megalodon.
Yeah.
Welcome to the I know every single piece of media that Gary Busey was casted in cast.
Oh my god, not that.
That's
Today
not,
we were talking about,
What?
you didn't even guess it, Gary Busey.
So
Yeah. Ooh. No, I
How
always,
big are those teeth anyway?
so he got like in a motorcycle accident and then just went crazy.
And gave him horse teeth. Is that how that happened?
No.
What?
He had the teeth before.
Yeah.
And then he got in a motorcycle accident and it scrambled his brains a little bit.
Oh.
And now he's the Gary Busey you see in Entourage and whatever else you've seen Gary Busey in the last 20 years.
that Entourage requires a motorcycle crash to sign the contract. Yikes.
All right, Chuckster. All right.
All right.
Good show, boys.
I think that's it. Are we done?
We are.
Good night or morning or whenever you listen to this.
What if this wasn't recorded?
Good on ya.
Oh,
Hilarious.
Jesus.
I had him panic for a second. Dave. So.
All right, bye.